What's up, guys? Welcome to A Reseller's Life. My name is Chris. Thank you so much for joining me. In this episode, I want to talk about most resellers and why they don't make it to full-time income, which is the $1,000 per week. So please make sure you smash the like button and consider subscribing. My name is Chris. I've been doing this full-time for about 3 years now out of an 800 square foot storage unit. So I appreciate your time. Let's get into it. Reality is most people will not make a full-time living reselling, but the point of this video is to explain why those people don't reach that level. So I'm going to be giving away a Make Progress Daily t-shirt for the people who comment below which Pokemon this is. So let's get straight into the content. The reason why most people don't make it to a full-time income is because they treat this like a gig economy job. So what do I mean by that? A gig economy job is like driving for Uber or being a TaskRabbit or signing up to deliver food with DoorDash. It's a way to make 50 to 500 bucks quickly, but it's not really a career. It's just something to make quick money right now. Now with reselling especially, it's alluring because this is what happens. You hear about it, you watch on YouTube, you see a couple of people selling random things, so you get really hyped up. Michael Gerber calls this an entrepreneurial seizure. You shock yourself into wanting to do this. So you go around your house, you sell everything that's not bolted down, you sell your couch, you sit on the floor, you start making money, right? So you get $300 to $500 of revenue coming in, and you think, wow, I can really do this. Well, there's kind of an issue with that. One, you got that inventory for free. Not really free, but you've already purchased it in the past and you're not really using it. So it's this value that was just sitting there and then you just converted it into money now. But now you have to add the part where you actually go sourcing. Let me talk about reselling for a moment. So the listing part where you design your listing so somebody will buy it, the photography part, the shipping, all of this stuff is $15 to $20 an hour work. It's the same thing as being a TaskRabbit or driving for Uber. You're gonna make $15 to $20 an hour doing that as long as you can do a listing in about 12 minutes. So if you can do 5 an hour at $3 a piece, that's 15 bucks an hour. If you're a little bit better than 5 an hour, you can make upwards of $20 an hour. And usually people don't list more than 4 hours a day unless they are strange. Usually people don't like listing more than 4 hours a day. Some people do, but for the majority of people, they don't like doing that. Just like Uber and TaskRabbit. Most people don't drive more than 4 hours because it's exhausting, right? So it takes a special kind of person to do that kind of work forever, but you still cap out at $15 to $20 an hour. But here's the thing. You want to make more than that, you have to learn how to source. This is really the difference between someone who's earning gig economy money and a person that's earning 1K a week or more. Okay, so this is how you fix it. You want to switch from doing gig economy or side hustle income, and you want to make a full-time income or even a professional level income. So let's start treating it like a tradesperson. So a plumber or a technician or a carpenter, the way that they earn more money is they have more clients. Okay, so this is how you should approach it. Instead of switching from Poshmark to eBay to Tradesy and selling the same number of items, you need to sell more items. And there's a few ways to do that. Either you can go bulk purchasing, you can buy more stuff so that you can spend more of your time processing, or you can get really, really good at your specific niche and find out where all the good deals and where all the good contracts are. That's gonna take time. If you look at how it works with construction, you can't just start a construction company and get all the good bids. It takes time to network, to find out who's in charge, and to develop a reputation so certain companies will want to work with you. That's the so-called easy money. There is easy money in reselling. It's called relationships, right? You know someone that has the lock or the plug on a specific category and you are the person that they work with. That's the cheat code. Everyone's looking for the shortcut to make this easier. It's not really a shortcut because it takes a while, but once you have it, it feels like a shortcut. It's like that 30-year overnight success thing. If you stay in a specific category as a plumber, over time, you start figuring out, okay, I can serve 100 clients in this city, but I want to make twice as much money. There are not 200 clients in this area for me to do it. I've got to go to a different region, find somebody else to take over this region. It works exactly the same in reselling. If you sell a product really well, it doesn't mean that you can just sell twice as many units. It doesn't work that way. You've got to figure out probably a different product or a set of products or a specific category where you can start to build up your inventory to get those regular sales to double your store. So most people just think they can just work hard and that will translate into more sales, but that doesn't necessarily work. It's not linear in that path. It's more like work really hard, develop a new relationship, and then you stagger up one step. So it's not linear. It's more like work a whole bunch and nothing happens, and then all of a sudden you go up a level. Then work a bunch and nothing happens, and it goes down a little bit because you took your eye off the ball and your existing store dropped a little bit while you were developing a new opportunity. So this is called business development. This is the commission part of reselling. I consider reselling like a full-time, a full contact sport. You've got to get in there and actually do it. Just because you read about it or watched it on YouTube does not mean that you can do it. You've got to actually practice and get in there and figure out where the things are that you're trying to sell and how to get in there and become the exclusive provider. Here's another funky part about reselling, which is business development people, which are people that go out there and drum up business. They find profitable items, or they knock on doors and find profitable suppliers. These people are usually terrible at running a business. The top salespeople in every organization, those people are usually poor sales managers, and they usually don't become the owner of the company. They're very, very highly paid, but they don't become the owner. They sort of cap out at, like, let's say 70 to 250,000. They don't really make more than that. It takes a different kind of entrepreneur to really scale something larger. Not that everyone who's watching this video wants to scale something larger, but I want to let you guys know, I know one reseller with more than 20 employees. The employees make between $1,000 and $5,000 profit, depending on how good the employees are. But this person is looking at hiring C players. They don't need an all-star A+ person in their company. They've already locked down the way they get supply and the way they process it, and they make between $1 and $5 grand per employee, which is a massive range. You're talking about somebody who's just barely getting by and not getting fired. Because, I mean, honestly, hiring someone to make an extra $1,000 a month is a lot of work. But then you have all-stars that make you an extra $5 grand a month, which is amazing. 20 of those people makes you 100 grand a month. That makes that person $1 million a year if they were all top performers. But from learning from this person and from my own experience, not everyone is an all-star. You're not going to be, unless you have the Midas touch, not everybody you hire is going to be amazing. Okay, and these amazing enterprises in America are not built on all-star people. They're built on a minimum wage worker working a hot dog on a stick. A plus B plus C equals a corn dog, and that equals X amount of money for the owner in the end. And if it's kind of sloppy, it still gets by. As long as it doesn't get a 1-star review, that person makes it to the next day, right? So we need to stop relying so heavily on amazing skill if you want to grow your business to that next level. But going from level 1, which is gig economy level, to full-time income, you can just do that by becoming a better sourcer. Going from good sourcer to owning the resale company, you have to learn a little more HR, a little more finesse, a little more business administration, more back-end stuff. That's more like, you know, being an architect and designing how it works. It's a different skill set. So again, guys, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to running your own business. There's a lot to freedom. It sounds easy on paper, but again, I feel like it's full contact football. You got to get in there and do it. Watching from the sidelines does not really show you how it works. Until next time, guys, this video is sponsored by my reseller field guide, which is 35 bucks with code YouTube in the description below. It shows how you can make $1,000 per week. Pretty much everything except for exactly how to source. It'll give you some ideas on where to look. But getting good at sourcing is just focusing in on a specific niche. That's it. You don't need to buy any expensive course. The way to get good at a niche is just repetition. Focus on one kind of thing over and over again until you find out where it comes from and what the margins are. Until next time, guys, make progress daily.